Hey, what's up guys, Jacob here, back on another video. In this video I'm going to be going over the matchup between Birdie and Chun Li, or I'm going to be adding to the matches that I made before. And this matchup I'm going to be going over some holes in Chun Li's offense, and mainly going over just how to deal with her zoning pressure and simple things that you can use to like bait Chun Li. And then I'm just going to go over like the more technical things that you could do to really just take advantage of this matchup. It's hard, at first when you don't know really what to do, because Chun Li is she can be very rushed on if you really don't know what the heck's going on. So you have to be you have to be totally aware of this matchup. You have to know what the heck to do. But since I already went over most of those, simple things, I'm just gonna go over the holes. So let's get into it. I'll start with something really cool. So if you're able to get the sweep on the the edge of the sweep, most Chun Li's punish the sweep with the EX lightning legs. That's her main punish for the sweep from max distance. The wrong one. Alright, that's another move I'm gonna go over, but I wanna go with lightning legs. So since this is like her #1 punish, if you're able to get the sweep on the max distance, it whips, right? So you might have been in the situation where you got it like that and then it whiffed in front of your face and you're like, oh, what happened? You pressed the button, try to interrupt, then you got hit because of how active the move is. A lot of players complain about how active the move is. That's just the move. It's going to be very active. She's literally throwing out a bunch of legs in front of your face. You shouldn't be able to interrupt her. So there's a small gap, but it's almost impossible to react to that small gap or punish the small gap. So you can't use a normal to punish it. You have to use your chain. So chain is the only well, not the only option, but it is an option. You can use super as well. Alright, now you're probably going saying to yourself, when are you gonna be able to always get that? Like, it's not likely that you're just gonna be godlike and always get a freaking a max screen, or the hit Chun Li always at the edge of your sweep. Like, is it practical? Well, after your command grab, you get a full screen sweep. So it is pretty practical. So don't worry, I'm not just freaking doing the most impractical stuff. There are so much impractical things that obviously you can find, but I try to find the practical stuff that makes sense to use. So yes, at the command grab you can use it a lot. You get a meaty sweep. Well, not meaty. Meaty doesn't matter. You could do a meaty, the most meatiest sweep, still get punished. Doesn't matter. It's still really minus. You can't make it safe. So you do a full screen or the the longest. If you get on the edge of the sweep, whatever. If you get on the edge of the sweep, you're able to basically punish her for trying to punish you. So the problem is that she can punish with heavy punch too, but she can't punish with heavy punch from here, from max distance. So you gotta know if Chun Li doesn't have meter, that she's gonna go for heavy punch. So heavy punch is not the punish. If you do it close up, it's punish, right? So if you do it from max distance, she'll whiff it, and you're able to whiff punish her. I know, I'm kind of messing up a little bit. You can take those risks, in the neutral. It's a little more easier to punish than the EX legs. EX legs is more active, so it's ridiculous. You have to backdash. But she's going for the heavy punch more often. She doesn't have meter, or if she's just trying to get that activation, she has that V trigger. She wants to get the activation to keep extending that heavy punch. You can whiff punish her for doing that. So if you're practical, you can do it after the command grab and punish her. Right? Alright. Okay, alright. Another thing I want to go over is her not lightning legs, her spinning bird kick. So not a lot of Chun Li's do it, but it is something that Chun Li's are starting to pick up. They start to pick up when they're playing. So I've run into a couple Chun Li's that do this, so be very careful. It doesn't really work on birdie players more often. Well, it might. It doesn't really work on me too much, but I've gotten hit by it when I play more of a offensive type character. Maybe against a Chun Li, I'll run into this type of situation. So for like any offensive type birdies out there, you know, you gotta be careful when you're moving forward against Chun Li. You know, you're moving forward too much, you're gonna get hit by a spinning bird kick. So some Chun Li's might use medium, light, even heavy if you're really trying to get in. So the active frames on there cause you to get hit by if you're moving forward so much. Like if, let's say you're trying to move forward, you know, you're not paying attention, you don't, you know, not paying attention, you're trying to get more pressure off her or something from like close range. You'll get hit by that. This is a good move. It's punishable, but some Chun Li's might take it. You know, simple medium punch into a bullhead, they get away from you anyway. They might take the risk of trying to hit you with a spinning bird and get some oki off of it and pressure you in the corner. So you have to be very careful. So if you're not ready, you don't react. Most of the time, it's hard to react. You know, some Chun Li's don't do it. When you just run to a Chun Li player, you don't expect them to just do it. Most of the time, I like, you know, it happens like, oh crap. Okay, you can punish it a lot heavier than that if you can predict it coming. Like you use a medium punch, you just have to time it, and it's hard to know which one they do as well. The light one is safer, so you know, just try to go for the light punish. Don't try to go for too much. Go for the simple punishes. It helps a lot. So yeah. All right. Just want to go over that. I'll go over some holes after I explain this as well. This I explained in some of my matchup videos. I'm just gonna go over it just in case for people who didn't see that. Alright, so throwing the chain against Chun Li in this distance from the start of the match basically. So from the beginning of the match, you don't want to throw chains. It's very risky. I know that a lot of Chun Li's might throw a projectile. I used to do it. It become like a guessing game, you know. Throw a chain. Is Chun Li gonna go for a projectile? So chain is very, very you have to be very, very careful with chain. Just throwing it out. It's a good option. If you're able to get it right here, it's perfect, because the thing is that you don't really want the chain to if you get it here, it's not bad, but you're still in distance for Chun Li to be able to jump in on you with her V skill. That's the thing. The longer you throw the chain, the more time your opponent has to jump in on you, because it's long. It's very, you know, this move is super punishable. It has a lot of recovery. Some characters can dash up and punish, you know, like Akuma could do a dash up medium kick. No, any character with a very fast medium kick can just dash up, medium kick you, and then throw you to the corner easily. So, you know, doing this from this distance, why I say, you know, to have a whiff is because when Chun Li throws a projectile, she extends her hitbox. So when she extends her hitbox, you know, she'll get caught by the chain, either regardless. So. But from max distance, even if she whiffs and she tries to jump in, you have enough time so that when you recover and she jumps in too late, seeing that, you know, how far you are, she won't be in time, so you'll be able to punish her for trying to jump in so late. Get it? So if I throw it and, you know, she sees that that I threw the chain, try to jump in, and she jumped in too late, I'll be able to anti her for trying to V-skill too late. So simple things like that, you know, it's a little more technical, but yeah. It's a good option trying to get that, you know, full screen. It's not bad to have it on block, obviously. From max distance, either way, you're not going to be punished. You know, if you get it from a good distance, you won't be punished. But here, it's a little risky because she can jump in on you. The closer you get to her, even though you're away from the heavy kick, she can jump in on you. Because, you know, like I said, the longer the chain is, the easier it is to react to. You know, certain players are very good at reacting and just, you know, they're focused more on reacting. Because they're not worried about, you know, any, you know, certain setups or anything like that. They're just trying to react to you. You gotta be careful with that. So yeah. Alright. Another thing I want to go over is don't bull slide. Okay? That's another thing I want to go over. Don't bull slide against Chun Li. Unless if you know that she's not watching her feet. Just go for that. Or just go here. If you think that she's not watching her feet, just go here. Simple as that. So forward heavy punch is a good tool against Chun Li too, mainly against her fierce. So that's the only reason. My apologies guys, my mic just came off. Sorry about that. So talking about the bull slide. Okay, so the forward heavy punch, his armor move, his forward heavy punch. Sorry, but I got a little off track. His armor move is very good against the heavy punch. But there are a lot of situations where she can counter that, or she doesn't have to really worry about it. It's a little risky, but it's a good option against the heavy punch. So let me go over her block shoes now. Alright. Alright, so that move right there that she did, her back heavy there, you have to be very, very careful. So that back heavy is very active. You don't want to try to press a button. You know, I go over that a lot. You know, there's holes. Obviously, I know this thing that's gonna go through it. I know it's very you guys probably would expect that it was the answer to most of this type of stuff. But bullhorn is an option that you do to beat Chun Li's that are very autopilot with their pressure on offense. So yes. So bullhorn beats back heavy and it beats heavy punch. I mean, you can delay the back heavy if you know that the bullhorn's going to if he's gonna go for bullhorn, you can delay a little bit. But if you're very, you know, like so used to just going here and there, because you know, if you know you get conditioned or whatever. So cross jab is good, but you have to do it right away. Any second too late, you're gonna get hit. So that's something that you do right away. So the back medium is not it's not plus, obviously. I think it's 0 or -1 on block. But from a distance, it becomes more like a neutral type thing. So you can get crouch jab, but she's not gonna really like do crouch and light punch. It won't really make sense because of the distance. So your crouch jab is a lot further than hers. So you'll be able to counter those things, but you have to do it right away. Any delay, you get hit like that. So it's very likely that, you know, that's gonna happen. But if Chun Li's are going for the heavy punch, just the raw heavy punch, you know, you can interrupt it. You start conditioning her. Once they see that you know, they're getting hit, they get interrupted, then they gotta switch it up. As a birdie player, it's not a big deal to get punished a little bit. You're birdie, you have a lot of health, and Chun Li doesn't have that much damage, so you can take some risk at first. It's not a big deal taking risks against Chun Li, honestly. You have a lot of health, you can take some things just to figure out what the hell the Chun Li is gonna be doing. You can take risks. You can take risks at first until, you know, she's conditioning you to stop, and then she might switch it up, or you're conditioning her to stop, and then she's gonna switch it up. Then you gotta know what the hell to do next. But bullhorn beats that too. Yeah, bullhorn beats the heavy punch as well. So if you autopilot Chun Li, watch out for bullhorn, please. But if birdie players if you're running into Chun Li that's autopilot with that type of pressure, just bullhorn her. I know it's kind of a, you know, a dirty move, but it's a move in his arsenal for a reason. So use that shit if you really need to. So please, not a bad thing. Man, there are Chun Li players out there that will take advantage of her walk speed and throw pressure like crazy. So take advantage of your bullhorn like crazy. I do not, you know, talk crap about any birdie players to take advantage of it. Man, if it's a good move, spam that. So yeah, because there are certain players that aren't gonna give you a break either. So yeah, don't go easy. No mercy. All right. Alright. Alright, that was just going over it again, okay. Alright, this is her regular pressure. It can, I mean, this is pretty simple. A lot of people might know how to get through this already. But if you didn't know, to get through this type of pressure, you can bullhorn through the light one, but you have to know she's gonna do the light one. If she does a heavy one, you'll be still in block stun, so it's not a bad idea. The thing is, when you put in block stun, so you know, let's say you could be blocking, so hold block while you're doing bullhorn. Because if you let go of everything and just to do a bullhorn, you might get hit by the light, but you are putting a lot of block stun, so you might not get. It might not matter. So yeah, let me see. Let me just test it. Like if I let go completely, will I get hit by the light? I mean the heavy I doubt it, but okay, that was a heavy one. For some reason, I've been able to get put in a lot of blocks on. Is that the heavy one? Or did I by accident do it on a different one? I might have hold on. Might did it on 5 or something. No, I didn't. Okay. Are you sure? That looks like the light one again. What the hell? Hold on. Let me just check again. Hold on. I'm messing up my charge now. Okay, yeah, that feels more like. Yeah, that okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened before. I guess it didn't come through. That was weird. Yeah, the block stun. So okay, so if you let go, you still be able to block because it's the block stun. Because it's an actual block string. So yeah, into the light one is not an actual block string. If she uses medium, let me see. Because most Chun Li don't really use medium, but it might be an option if they, you know, if they're ready for birdie. It might do some weird stuff. So let me just check. No, it's still good. Okay. Still in range for the light one. So okay. All right. Yeah, some things you gotta be aware of is the back heavy. Mainly it's the back heavy. A lot of Chun Li's will just do it over again. If you're trying to press buttons too much in the neutral, trying to counter her buttons. Back fierce is very dangerous. So bullhorn, I know it's if you're very, you know, like weary on getting punished, you don't really like getting punished, or you're very afraid to do certain things that are very crazy, it's not a bad idea to do the bullhorn. You know, just take, it's okay to take some hits, but you are gonna, you know, you're gonna be put in some situations where you're gonna have to be try to get out. As Birdie, you have options to get away from situations as well. But Chun Li's using back heavy and you have a meter, go for your armor to get away from that whole pressure situation. But if you don't, you're just trying to, you know, go through a block strings and you know how to punish it as I'm explaining, then you'll be fine. Alright, now I want to go over her, I want to go a different block string that she has, like, more like, they're not like too real, but they're more like, they're kind of used a lot. Like this, right here. So obviously you know the gap after the medium punch is a gap, but you need to know what the heck's gonna happen like before all that. Like, can I press the button after the medium punch? No. Press after that though. Yes. Just like I showed in the block string before, she has those type of block strings where you do have to watch your legs too. Obviously her crouch and medium punch is pretty good. It doesn't have as much range if she spaces out her back medium. But if she's really close, she can get a crotch and medium, but it's still not safe to do. Hold on. Oh. If she's going here, you see a whiff. Even on block, I think if you press a button, I wonder what will happen though. Like if I try to press something to stick out. No, still stuff it out. Okay. Yeah, it'll stuff it out. Okay. You may just try and stuff her out to push her away, because when you push her away, the whole, like in the past match videos that I explained, you know, you want to get that banana out, you want to get that can out as much as you can. So as long as you're pushing her away from rushing you down, that's what she has to do to Birdie. She has to rush down Birdie. She has to wait for Birdie to make a mistake so she can rush him down. That's kind of how it is with most characters, because Birdie has solid offense. And her idea is to get in. So if Chun Li is very like you know, Chun Li players that just get the meter, throw EX fireball, and just dash in on you, you know. Like in past videos, I showed that you can chain Chun Li for, you know, dashing behind her projectile. If she's following her projectile too much, think about it like Birdie following his can. You know, you can hit him, you know. Certain characters can hit him if he's not paying attention, you know. If he's just walking forward, thinking that he's safe behind the can. For example, like Cammy, just EX spiral arrow, you know. You get EX spiral arrow Birdie for free for doing that. You go over the can. So, yeah, things like that. It's like the same concept with Chun Li with her EX projectile. So having the banana on the floor when she throws that, it's very helpful. Cause once the banana's on the floor, she has to respect you. It's like her EX projectile, she just wasted it, cause the banana's on the floor now. It's useless. The can, I'll say, is not that useful against Chun Li. It kind of is in situations where you want to get the offense started, but to beat a Chun Li on offense, like what you got to be doing, I showed in the last video, a lot of Chun Li's, they have two options: wake up, crouch jab, or EX, you know, spinning bird kick. Most of them don't want to risk it early in the match, or depending on the health they got. depending on how much health you have too, they don't really want to use it. So it's more about just adjusting depending on what the Chun Li does, and just knowing how much health you have, knowing when to take certain risks. But having your medias on point is very helpful against Chun Li, because Chun Li's crouch jab will sneak up on you if you don't have your medias on point. So be very, very careful. Yes. That's not a real block. don't copy that. Alright, so I went over block shooting in the video before. If you haven't seen that video, I'll just link it in the description if you guys want to check that out. So I go over some block strings with Birdie, and that's it. And mainly, yeah, on offense, as I was going over, on offense against Chun Li. Once you get in on Chun Li, it's really bad for her. Honestly, you have a lot of damage. She doesn't have the lowest health, but she does have low health. So she still breaks really fast, you know, from hitting her a lot. And, you know, just breaking down Chun Li is very helpful. Stopping them from just doing stuff as well. Try to take advantage of things. Her instant air legs aren't really useful anymore. They're -2 on block. They'll have to DP, and she doesn't do that much damage. So it's like, it's kind of tough in the end. Like, Birdie could take so many risks against Chun Li. Like, he could take a lot of risks against Chun Li, but Chun Li still has the rush down game, that even though she doesn't do damage, she could just keep putting you in an endless loop of offense. So it's still not bad, but you have a lot of chances. That's all I gotta say. Chun Li is still good. She does have good offense. You just have more chances now than before. Before you didn't have that many chances to try to guess right. So yeah, that's mainly it for this video. I just want to go over those simple holes in her offense. If you feel like I missed anything, or any block strings that you ran into that was pretty like weird, and you just want to know, if it's anything that has to do with sweep, then that's just a risky option for a Chun Li player. Just, you know, she's taking a risk throwing out her sweep. Sweep is very punishable, or the crouch and medium punch to watch your legs. So just be very careful. A lot of them buffer the legs too from the crouch and medium kick. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'm just very excited to show you guys the full screen sweep punish. You know, well, not punish, but like, you know, tricking Chun Li basically, and what you can do. It's very helpful. And go over all the offense, you know, holes, and mainly just bullhorn her. That's all I gotta say. Bullhorn goes through most of her strings, and she has to preemptively do things to stop you from bullhorning. So, yep. And let me know if you guys like the Halloween costume, cause for some reason I don't like this costume, man. I don't know if this was a good idea. Let me know if you think this was a good idea. I know one of you guys likes this costume, but yeah. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Goodbye.